Hello YouTube. Now, you see me speaking various languages and you see me traveling all the time here on this YouTube channel because almost every video was recorded in another country. Maybe you didn't know that I'm on like this mission to visit 100 countries before turning 30. Now I'm turning 30 in July, 22nd of July, and before that I still have to visit 2 countries in order to make it to 100. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to country number 99 and 100 with Olly Richards from I Will Teach You a Language. And I just had a Skype call with him in which we reveal our plan, because we're not only going to travel, we're also on a language mission. Tell us, what are we going to do this year?
All right then. So last year, let's talk about last year. We went to Thailand and it was awesome. We went to Thailand for 2 weeks. You went for like a week longer than me, and we learned Thai, and we recorded the whole thing on YouTube.
Exactly. And this year it's time for a new challenge.
A new challenge, something different. We want to go somewhere cool. We want to do language things, but there's a bit more at stake this year, isn't there? Because you've got something special going on as well. So what's going to happen in this video is we're going to tell everybody where we're going to go, what the trip is going to be, what we're going to be doing there, and why they should follow along and care in the first place. Exactly. But before we get to that, what's going on with you? Because you've got a big landmark coming up, and this is what we're going to work into this.
Exactly. So, well, many people know that I like to learn languages, but another great passion of me is traveling, of course. I know you like to travel as well, but a few years ago I had like this idea to visit 100 countries before turning 30. Now, my birthday will be in July, so we still have a few months, and so far I've visited 98 countries. So only have to visit another 2, and I think it would be cool to do it together now and open up the bottle of champagne once we cross the border.
So cross the border and I'll crack open the bottle of champagne. So yeah, I'm going to get to do that with you, so that's really cool. Yeah. So that means we've got to go to 2 countries, because you go on 98, so you need to go to, we've got to go to 99 and 100.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? Like, where are we going to go? Like, is it where haven't you been? That's the question, right? Because there's lots of places I'd like to go. I haven't traveled as much as you. But
man, this year, well, we're going to announce it already. So first we were considering Asia, right? But last year we went to Thailand, so we thought it might be cool to go to another part of the world where we could improve our languages, or at least me this time, because you already do speak the language very well. And then, I have this thing with Spanish. I started learning Spanish. Actually, I think in 2007, a long time ago, 10 years ago already. After high school, I went to Costa Rica and I took Spanish courses there, but I never made Spanish part of myself. So it feels very artificial for me to speak Spanish, and therefore we thought it would be good to go to Latin America and
okay, so we're going to go to a Latin American country, and we're going to be speaking Spanish.
Exactly.
Where are we going to go?
We are going to Mexico.
Amazing.
Mexico.
I've never been to Mexico before. I've never been. Well, in fact, I don't even know South America that well. I know Brazil and Argentina, but I don't know all the huge Spanish-speaking swathes of South America and Central America. So I am super excited about that. Yeah. As you say, but I already speak Spanish. And part of the reason I wasn't so keen on going to Asia actually was because I don't want to take on anything new at the moment. Like I've had enough of new languages for a while. Yeah. Like over the last year, I've been messing around with Cantonese, Thai, a bit of German. I'm up to here. Like so, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity of actually just speaking, like not worrying about anything, just enjoying actually using the language, right? But you're in a slightly different situation because you Spanish is not one of your stronger languages.
Exactly. Last weekend I was doing the flight ticket giveaway with the At1 challenge. It was like in the panel of the I was giving away the stick, and then there was someone who asked me the question, and they asked me, said, Jan, how can you keep like languages separately in your mind? And I think that I do mix Spanish up with other Romance languages that I speak, and I think in order to really become comfortable in another language, to really make it part of yourself, you really need to speak this language a lot. You know, it needs to be something natural, as you
You have to
probably already.
live and breathe that language.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you know, the thing is
For
with Spanish,
for a period of time at least, right?
exactly,
You have to go through some intensive period.
you need to have many associations with a language, not just that you learn words from a dictionary or from a book or whatever, but you need to live the language. You need to have like emotional connection with other people. And I don't have that in Spanish. And I think for that reason, my Spanish, like, it feels a little bit artificial when I speak it. So I think that this, and I think that many people have this problem, right? They have been learning
Yeah.
the language for a while, but they don't dare to speak because they don't feel comfortable. And I am in exact same situation in
Right.
Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, so I've got that exact same situation in other languages right now, so I know exactly what that feels like.
Yeah.
And so the angle we're going to give this trip, then, the thing that we're going to, because why should anyone watch us go to Mexico? I mean, like, you know, why is this interesting for people? Well, the first thing is we're going to take a lot of cool videos, so we're going to show people around Mexico.
Yeah.
But the real reason we're doing this is because we want to show people what we're doing to get immersion practice. So
Exactly.
when you go to another country,
Mhm.
if you want to get practice in immersion in that language, how can you do it?
Mhm.
And so it's going to be interesting because we're in different places with Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be enjoying the language as best I can.
Yeah.
Whereas you're actually going to be looking for these opportunities to
Exactly.
use it and immerse yourself in the language, and that's what we're going to try and document in this
Yeah.
in this series. Is how do you go about getting that practice in a language that you're not that confident in?
Exactly. I think I will push myself a little bit out of the comfort zone. And if I don't, then you can help me you can push me out of the comfort zone. And Jan, talk to those people there, and then I just start a random conversation in Spanish and see how that goes. I think we have to be social. I think that's going to be the key to make this thing work. Be social and just speak Spanish with the people there, I guess.
Yeah, and I think as well, being there together is going to help us maybe push each other a little bit more than we would otherwise. Because often when you're traveling on your own, you might be a little bit more shy, perhaps. But when you're with somebody else, it's a lot easier to to do things, but also to talk about it afterwards. So we're going to be talking about, okay, did that go well?
Yeah.
How did that feel? What can we do better? And
what are the problems? One thing, for example, I can't roll my R, so maybe you can share a little bit how you learned how to roll your R. You can give some tips, and we share all these tips and all these struggles and successes, basically, and achievements with our dear followers on YouTube.
Well, that's great, because I mean, I've been through the process of learning Spanish, so I'm very happy to kind of give my feedback on that. But we've only talked about one country. We've got to go to a second country. Like we're going to land in Mexico. We can't pop the champagne yet because that's only country number 99.
Exactly.
So where's it going to happen? Where's the thing going to go down?
We're going to Belize afterwards, huh?
Belize.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess we should say we're actually flying into Cancun.
Yeah.
In the southeast of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it's southeast anyway. I've got to brush up on my geography before
we
go.
It's southeast. It's southeast.
Yeah, and it's actually quite close to the Belize border, so we're going to be able to we'll have to travel a bit. We'll have to get on the road, but we can go down to Belize. And who knows, we could maybe even carry on even further down into Central America as well. Depends how much time we've got. We've got 2 weeks, I think, is the time frame.
Yeah.
So we're going to cross that border. I don't know where we're going to get ice cold champagne from on the border of Belize.
Maybe it won't be ice cold, and we drink just warm champagne, or we put it in the freezer somewhere and we wait for 2 hours. Still have to figure out how we're going to do that.
So we've got a lot of stuff to figure out, but that's what we've got. We're really excited about it. We're leaving soon. I don't think there's much point saying when, because anybody watching this in the future, it's already going to be done. So if you're watching this in the future, then look on our YouTube channels, because you will see everything in glorious documentary style there. But for everybody watching this now, it's coming up in just a couple of weeks' time. Jan, people will need to follow. They want to know where to follow along with what we're doing. So for my channels, the best thing to do is to follow my YouTube channel. So go to YouTube and search for Olly Richards. You'll find the channel there. Subscribe to that. Also on Instagram at I Will Teach You a Language. And then there's the blog as well. Jan, how about you? Where can people follow along on your social channels?
People can find us at www.languageboost.biz. B-I-Z, and then our YouTube channel is called Language Boost as well. So if you search for Language Boost, then you will find our channel there.
Okay, and you're going to be posting updates on your main website as well as the YouTube channel?
Yeah, might publish some blog posts on now and then, or maybe a few blog posts, still not sure how I'm going to do it, but our YouTube channel will be most up to date.
Yes. So, we've got some organising to do, we've got some strategising, we've got to figure out what cameras we're going to take and how we're going to film all of this. And also what we're, how we're going to cover the whole language element, which is the most important thing, is how do we deal with this immersion. We've got a lot of stuff to think about. So, I can't wait. I'm pretty sure you're just as excited as me, and especially getting to that 100, the big 100.
For sure. It's going to be a big celebration there at the border.
All right, well, that's it. I mean, we're done. Let's get started. Let's go and do some planning.
Exactly. Let's start planning.
All right, then. See you on the other side.